In today's lecture, we will see how to create an array of controls in an HTML form, and then how to receive the values of that control array in a PHP page and process it. And we will also improve the layout of view category page we created in lecture 3. So this is what we need after creating an array of checkboxes in our category list page that we created in the previous lecture. For this, I have created a form. I have put checkboxes in each row of received from the database, and then a delete button, so that if the user wants to delete more than one category, instead of clicking these delete links, he can simply check the boxes of the required categories and press the delete button to delete those categories on a single click. Now, why do we need control arrays? As in this case, I don't know how many category records we have in the database, and as we know that each HTML control in a form should have a unique name. So how can I give a unique name when I don't know in advance how many controls or checkboxes I have to create? So there should be a mechanism through which I can give the name to these checkboxes and then later on retrieve the values of those checkboxes. So that mechanism is creating an array of HTML controls. Now we will see how to create that array of controls. In HTML, if I want to create an array of controls that we want to, whose value we want to later on receive and process in the PHP page, we give the name of the control as we have been giving names in the previous lectures, and then we will append this array symbol at the end of the name of the control, and we will write this whole thing, the name appended and the array symbol appended to it inside the name property of that tag. So let's say if I want to create 3 checkboxes, this is what I will write: input type checkbox, name, let's say cat ID with an array symbol, and whatever the value I want to assign to this checkbox. Similarly, the second checkbox and third checkbox. Now values are different, but names are same with an array symbol with each name. I have written the same tag here, but this is how we will write it in an HTML page. But if I want to output this tag through a PHP echo command, or I want to output this tag, save this tag in a PHP variable, it means I will have to first save this tag in a string variable or in a string. Now the problem is that strings are written in double quotes, just like you see on page also on line 35, but this tag also has double quote as part of its syntax. So if I write it like this, then I will get an error, because this is the start of the string, this double quote will be considered as end of the string, and this later part of the tag will give us an error in PHP. To avoid this error, we have to put all the double quotes which are part of the HTML syntax as an escape sequence, and the escape sequence is, we will write backslash and then double quote. The backslash double quote will tell the PHP that this double quote is part of the string and is not as end of the string. So whenever you have to echo any tag from PHP or save a tag in a variable, you will put the tag in double quotes in a string, and you will put all the double quotes that are part of that tag syntax as an, you will escape them with a backslash. Okay, as I have just told you, because now we have check boxes which are form controls, and I have a submit button, so I need a form tag as well. So this is the form tag which I have added. It will send the values of the checked check boxes to delete category page using the post method. And now we will see how to receive the value of this form. Now to receive the values of these check boxes, the syntax is the same: $_request category ID. No, but the only difference is now this when we will receive the value of this category ID, this is an array of, this will return an array, and we will and this category ID page variable will become an array variable. Now in this page we don't know how many values we have received in an array. So to know the number of values in an array, we use the count variable, and we will write a for loop to process all the values of all the values we have received in an array, all the values in the array. So we will write for I is equal to 0, I is less than count cat ID. It means I will loop over all the values inside the category ID array. To receive individual category IDs, we will write this line: cat ID, which is array variable name, then bar brackets, and inside this bar bracket $i. So cat ID 0 will become the first value in the cat ID array. We will read that into category ID, and then because we want to delete those category records, we will write the query delete from category, where cat ID is equals to this category ID that we have received, that we have fetched from the array at index I, and then this line will execute the query. As a result, the record with category ID we have just received, we have just fetched from ith index of cat ID will be deleted from the database. And when this loop will be over, all the category IDs that were in the array will be processed, and all the records against those category IDs will be deleted from the database. And then we will close the connection and then redirect back to view category page. So this is also. So the next thing is we want to improve the layout of this page. Now this page has, let's say I don't want to display the record like this. The first thing, I want to display it in a tabular form with check boxes in the first column, name of category in the second column, name and description of category in the second column, edit links in the third column, and delete link in the fourth column. So the easiest way to format is in this way is to use a table tag. So we add a table tag here. And we close the table tag here. I want to display a heading row, so the first cell has checkboxes, so it's empty. The second cell has category name and description, so let's third cell is also empty, and the fourth cell, the heading of the fourth cell is also empty. This cell will have edit links, this cell will have delete links, and this cell has, instead of name, let's write here category as the heading. Now I want to display the other row instead of in a paragraph. So the row tag, then the closing row tag. Inside this the first column, I want the checkbox to be displayed in the first column. In the second column we will display name and description. In the third column edit link, and the fourth column delete link. So delete link, edit link. I want to display name in the first line and description in the second line. Now I don't need this one. Let's comment it out. Name, description, and delete. Okay. We don't need this BR tag. We also need to add a row tag here. And we want to display this. Now we have how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we will so now the same categories the records are being displayed in a formatted way. Checkbox, name of the category, its description, edit link, delete link. Now I think we don't need this as well. Category list heading category list. So let's remove this as well. Instead, let's make this a heading. And suppose we want to display category name in a bold font. So oh sorry, it should be on the So this is our modified category page. Now let's check whether the checkbox functionality is working properly or not. Suppose stationery. Okay, now let's add office equipment. So I have added these two. Now if I want to delete them, I have checked this. Now when I will check only these two categories, stationery and office equipment, and press the delete button, remember that browser will only create an array of these two checkboxes, because in case of checkboxes only those values are forwarded whose checkboxes are values of only those checkboxes are forwarded who are checked. So because only these two are checked, an array of an array of checkboxes will be created for only these two checkboxes. Just to elaborate you, instead of executing the delete query, and instead of this redirecting, let's display the query so that you can get an idea. See, so the array that was sent to the delete category page had only two values, 9 and 10, corresponding to the category ID of stationery and office equipment, and these two, because of that for loop, only these two queries were generated and will be sent to the server for execution. And these two rows in the category table who have category ID 9 and 10 will be deleted. Now let's revert back these changes. And now execute the page again. So the records are gone, and if you want to confirm it, we can log on to our server and click on. So we have only these three categories. Those two were added and then deleted. Okay, this is for today's lecture.